The stage is set, the grills are on. It's America's birthday, and the celebration is just getting started.
Happy 4th of July.
The excitement and show of American pride happening all across Central Carolina.
I think it's really important, especially right now, to be in community, to get to know your neighbors.
And of course, the main event of fireworks extravaganza right here in the City of Oaks.
Today is the 4th of July. What better time for us to come celebrate our beautiful country?
ABC11 presents Raleigh 4th of July fireworks for an inside look at the red, white, and boom. Tonight's coverage sponsored by Crossroads Ford of Apex.
The countdown is on, and America is ready to have some fun.
ABC11 presents the Raleigh 4th of July fireworks show. Coverage sponsored by Crossroads Ford of Apex.
And the time has come to celebrate our independence and wish America a very happy birthday. Chopper 11 flying live over the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, where in about 30 minutes that sky will light up for a big fireworks show you don't want to miss.
The parking lot has been filling up as thousands of people are expected to come out to celebrate the 4th of July with us. Good evening, and thanks so much for watching this special edition of Eyewitness News. I'm Lauren Johnson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Daniels. Happy 4th of July to all of you. You know, if there's one thing Raleigh knows how to do, it's throw a great party. And tonight's fireworks spectacular is expected to be one of the biggest yet. All the fun brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Apex. And here at home, here at ABC11, we're really proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Raleigh Fireworks Show once again.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We have a team of reporters spread out all across the Triangle. Tom George and Carrie Elena Athens is here in the Bull City, and Monique John is live at Festival Park in Fayetteville. First, we want to take you to the City of Oaks. That's where we find Amber Rupenta and Bianca Holman. Let's start with Amber. Amber, things look a little different this year, but the celebration is really just as big.
Boom, exactly. Hi, Lauren and Steve. Happy 4th to you and to everybody watching. Let me tell you something. There is a tremendous turnout here at the Lenovo Center. We know that this is a little different location this year, but Raleigh showed up and showed out as usual, and it is as festive as can be. We got kids playing hockey over here right on the street. Everybody is decked out, and as you can see, the stage is set. The sun is starting to go down here right behind the Lenovo Center and Carter-Finley Stadium, and it's just going to be a beautiful setting. And what a beautiful night for the weather, just really working out for everybody here in Raleigh. There were some folks that came out bright and early, but as you said, the gates here opened at 6, so if you're heading out, there's still time. Fireworks get underway here at 9:30, and it is going to be a spectacular show. So I want to toss it over to Bianca Holman. She is in the crowd. I know she's been meeting some really excited folks to be here, all decked out. And Bianca, how's it going where you are?
Hey, Amber. So, you know, Raleigh folks really know how to tailgate, right? We've got a crowd here that has made their way here. Look at all these folks on the steps over here. They're looking pretty good. They've already got their spot. They're ready to see the fireworks. And guess what? We often sometimes say, kids, put the tablets down. Look at these kids. They're about like 12, 13, 14 years old. They're out here playing hockey. They're having a good time before the fireworks. And over here, my photographer, Bob, we got some girls playing volleyball. Let me see your volleyball. Post up. Let me see. There they go. Are they going to do one for us? There we go. Some Olympians in our mix out here. But again, there's lots of families, lots of folks out here ready to see these fireworks they're about to take off. So again, you still got a little bit of time. You probably need to be here like right now. Steve, Lauren?
Yeah, that is the perfect place to be, to look to the sky right there from Carter-Finley and Lenovo Center. It's over at the practice field there at Carter-Finley, where they're going to be shooting them off in just a few minutes.
And the 4th on a Friday couldn't be better, because kids don't have anything to do tomorrow.
That's right.
The weekend is here. We're starting a little early. Chief Meteorologist Don Schwinneker joining us now to talk about how spectacular the weather is this year for the 4th and the fireworks.
Yeah, much better than last year.
Absolutely. It was so hot last year. Then we had the thunderstorms. Before we get to the weather, though, I'm also the station scientist, so I thought I would geek out on you a little bit.
Okay.
Here's what you're seeing when you're seeing the fireworks out there. When you see red, that's strontium burning. When it's white inside it, that's aluminum burning. Blue is copper. Purple is when you combine strontium and copper. Yellow is sodium. mainly old table salt. Green is barium, and finally orange is calcium. All those different chemicals used to make the colors that you'll be seeing tonight. Weather-wise, boy, we've got gorgeous conditions out there. 83 Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. 70s as you go north. Cool spot on the map right now is Roanoke Rapids at 72. 82 Smithfield, Irwin, 79 in Fayetteville. So let's first alert you to the next couple of hours. Clear skies sticking around for the fireworks. We see temperatures staying near 80. When we go on after the show for ABC 11 at 11, we're at 78 and we'll stay in the 70s through the overnight. Some mild temps in the overnight hours and some warmer air headed in next week, but for right now, looking great for the fireworks, Lauren.
All right, those are just sound effects. I hope people don't think they're missing
no,
anything
it's not
right now. Dom's just keeping us on our toes. All right,
Yeah.
Raleigh is not the only city having a good time tonight. There's plenty of celebrations happening all across the Triangle, and they're happening right now.
Yeah, a big 4th of July celebration underway at Cocoa Booth Amphitheater in Cary. That's where Tom George is taking in all the fun. Tom, we know the fireworks going off very soon there.
Yeah, very soon. I keep saying all day, don't sleep on Cary. Raleigh may be the main show, but hey, Cary said hold my beer. If you've ever been to Cocoa Booth Amphitheater, you know it's a prime spot for big concerts, people getting their lawn chairs, and that is exactly what they're doing for this. I want to step out of the way and just show you this sea of red, white, and blue, everybody with their lawn chairs ready to go. So, but they've been kicking things off with the North Carolina Symphony, getting everybody ready with some music before they go to the big fireworks show. So it's actually the 25th anniversary of Cocoa Booth. So because of that, they said they wanted to go even bigger than they have in years past. And so a packed house right now. We've seen people trickle in all day, and of course all leading up to the big spectacular in just about 20 minutes, 9:25 is when the fireworks show is going to be going off. But obviously it's been a lot of fun out here, and of course we'll bring you all the action tonight at 11.
Yeah, that amphitheater is beautiful, set there on the water, the symphony, people with their picnics. Great time for the families in that part of Wake County right now.
Tom says don't sleep on Cary.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, thank you. All right, now let's go to the heart of the Bull City. Elena Athens is live at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park, a place used to hosting huge fireworks shows.
Yeah, Elena, look, the baseball game just about wrapping up, just in time for the big celebration.
Yeah, thousands of people here enjoying America's pastime and celebrating the 4th. I got my hands on one of the first light-up batons, exclusive from this box, the first person before these were handed out. But I just want to show you a live look right now at the crowds, because there are, as I said, thousands of people here taking in this baseball game. We are going into the top of the 9th. Durham Bulls are up 9-1 over Norfolk. And once this game is over, that's when the show really starts. There are fireworks that are going to be set off from the center of the field. We're not so far from where the Durham Fire Department is, and they said it's about to get real loud here because of the stadium, the way it's built. It's going to really project when those fireworks do go off. So a lot of excitement. We're close. We're closing in on this game ending here at DPAP. So that's the very latest live from Durham. Elena Athens, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
It's a lot of noise. I can sense the excitement there at the park.
They're getting ready.
They are. Elena, thank you.
All right, it takes a lot of pre-planning to put together a massive fireworks show.
When we come back, we'll introduce you to the crew behind the Raleigh spectacle, why they say it's a show you won't want to miss.
And also after the break, we're back live at the Lenovo Center with a special guest, Raleigh Mayor Janet Cowell, joining us live. Hello, happy 4th, Mayor. You'll see how she's feeling about tonight's big show coming up next.
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July! Happy 4th of July! Happy 4th of July!
The ABC 11 4th of July fireworks special coverage is sponsored by Crossroads Ford of Apex, wishing you and your families a happy and safe Independence Day.
All right, we continue to count down until the fireworks are going to go off over the city of Oaks. But let's take a live look at the chopper video right now. Hard to see all those smiling faces and those kids down there on the ground getting excited. But that's a much better shot. You can see people getting into place, gathering. They've got their phones and their cameras ready. We see some backpacks and people trying to get in place before, 9:30 tonight, Steve?
And we have all the best camera angles. We have Chopper 11 in the air. We have drones in the air, those ground shots as well. And we have some great music queued up. So this is the place to be for the Raleigh Fireworks Show coming up in just a few minutes. And as you can imagine, it takes a lot of advanced planning to put together a fireworks show. And tonight's 25-minute production in Raleigh is no different.
Let's get over to Barbara Gibbs. Barbara, the team behind the show says they're planning something really big.
Steve, Lauren, of course, it would not be the 4th without fireworks. And tonight's show at the Lenovo Center in Raleigh will be full of just that. Earlier this week, we caught up with the folks at Pyrotechnico as they were setting up for tonight's big show. It features in a range of effects. It would also include 225 racks, which is the base that holds the fireworks. And speaking of the fireworks, the company is expected to launch more than 1,500 of them. They say it's something you do not want to miss.
It's a big show. We got 5 positions here spread out in between 3-inch to 5-inch shells. It's going to be 25 minutes long. You're going to see stuff like rings, hearts, smiley faces, and a lot of expensive items.
Expensive. Sounds nice. We love expensive. So Steve and Lauren, you can expect a lot of boom over the Lenovo Center very soon.
All right, expensive and fancy. Barbara, thank you. And tonight's fireworks show is happening in an area that's really known for hosting a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the spot. They know how to do some serious tailgating there outside Carter-Finley in the Lenovo Center. Let's go back out to Amber right now. Amber, you're joined by a very special guest.
I am. Steve and Lauren joining me now is Raleigh Mayor Janet Cowell. Mayor, so good to see you. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th to you.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. This is great.
It is great turnout. This is your first fireworks show here in office. So how excited are you to be here tonight celebrating with all these families?
No, this is so fun. It's an honor to be mayor, and it's been an honor to just see all the folks. I talked to people who had just moved here from the UK. There's a veteran out there dressed as Uncle Sam with his service dog, Chip, who's just adorable. So just a great crowd out here.
Yeah, it really is such a great sense of community as well. These events are really important for just that, out in the community, bringing everyone together. How important do you think it is for the city of Raleigh to have these shared events like this?
No, I think July 4th is just a very special day, right? I mean, earlier you see a lot of neighborhood gatherings, picnics, people coming together, and then you get this kind of event where, I mean, I think we're estimating that probably around 20,000 people will be out here all together watching the fireworks.
Yeah, that's a huge crowd, especially with the new location this year. We really didn't know what to expect, but this is a tremendous turnout as well. So this event, how do you see events like this fitting into the vision for the city of Raleigh, making it more vibrant and welcoming for everyone with events like this?
Yeah, I mean, this is important. Like first night, right, New Year's Eve is another really big community event, and we're really investing in the venues like Lenovo Center, where we are tonight, to make this into a mixed use, right, with amenities and multi-purpose around the stadium. Gibson Play Plaza open. So really creating spaces in the city where people can come together, celebrate, and just have fellowship.
Yeah, and Gibson Play Plaza is awesome. It's been such a huge hit, hit. And this is as well. So thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, ABC11, for sponsoring and helping us celebrate.
All right. Happy 4th. We appreciate it. And you mentioned it as well. Raleigh's 4th of July fireworks celebration here at the Lenovo Center is a change from last year, the last few years at Dix Park. But this move is actually a return to where this show was in 2021, and it could be a bright spot in the city as it looks to it in the future, as this area is about to go a major glow up, transforming into Raleigh's sports and entertainment district. $1 billion. That is the investment going into transforming 80 acres around the Lenovo Center into Raleigh's sports and entertainment district.
They're going to have big changes.
Canes fan and season ticket holder Joy Jenkins moved to the Raleigh area from Boston and likes the idea of an entertainment district.
I'd love to live next to the arena and just be able to walk over to a game.
She and others will soon be able to do just that.
All in favor of the motion, aye.
Aye.
In April, the Raleigh City Council approved the rezoning of the area, clearing the way for the Carolina Hurricanes and owner Tom Dundon to begin the billion-dollar development around the venue with a goal of attracting visitors to stay longer on game days and to make West Raleigh a destination.
You have this huge 80-acre parking lot that surrounds this building, which is used 160 days a year. We want to program this place so that people are here the rest of the year when there isn't an event going on. We're trying to turn this into a 365-day-a-year asset.
So this is a rendering of what the district is going to look like. It's going to have retail, residential, and office space. But for fans, one of the biggest and most exciting things is the tailgating area. It's going to have bars, restaurants, areas for private tailgates, and you can see right down the middle, that's a space for parades.
There's also a 4,300-seat ballroom music venue plan that will be operated by Live Nation.
So it'll be one of the largest economic development projects in the history of Raleigh.
I'm sure it'll be beautiful. I'm sure it will be well thought out.
Thought out and ready to break ground on Raleigh's Sports and Entertainment District, bringing new life to the area around the Lenovo Center.
Raleigh is one of the fastest growing cities in the country. We have room for many different things. We really want this to be a gem for the entire state, but certainly all of Central North Carolina.
Hey guys, look, I'm joined by some special guests here as we wrap things up. Happy 4th, thanks for being here. Their home here is about to change. This project's going to be phased over 15 years, all the development that's going to happen around here. The first renovations are already underway at the Lenovo Center to enhance fan experiences and add new public spaces. And construction's going to begin at the end of the 2025 NC State home football season. The full project is expected to be complete by 2028. And you know they're excited about that.
Yeah.
Lauren, back to you.
Look, that's their neighborhood for Mr. and Ms. Wolf, right?
Right.
They're fired up about what's coming their way.
We love to hear it, don't we? Amber,
they're getting a major glow up out here.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Nice.
All right, Amber,
high
thank
five,
you.
High five. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right, we have Eyewitness News crews spread out across the area, capturing all the 4th of July fun, and we're taking you live to the Sandhills next.
Monique John is in downtown Fayetteville over at Festival Park. Monique, the countdown there is on as well.
Yes, and the fireworks just started going off in the sky. You can see for yourself. We'll have more on the festivities here at Festival Park coming up.
Timing couldn't have been more perfect. All right, it would not be Independence Day without the annual naturalization ceremony at the state capitol today.
31 people representing 19 different countries took the oath of citizenship. It's a ceremony many families say was a long time coming, their path to becoming American citizens.
Coming up next, more exciting fireworks displays sponsored by Crossroads Ford of Apex, your proud community partner. Wishing everyone a happy Independence Day.
We are just minutes away from the big Raleigh fireworks show. You'll see it live as it happens here on ABC11. And we have Drone 11 flying over all the action. Look at that packed house there. Outside the Lenovo Center, the mayor said maybe 20,000 people there. And at Carter-Finley Stadium, they are having a good time out there right now.
All right, let's look at the ground shots. It's easier to see those smiling faces, all the people that were hurrying in, trying to get to their locations before 9:30. They've got about 7 minutes to get in place, Steve Daniels, before we start looking up to the night sky.
Yeah, and the Durham Bulls got the win tonight at the DBAP, so that means in just a few minutes the fireworks will be going off. We're keeping a close eye on the live feed coming in over Durham right now, where the place is packed. They are ready for the fireworks show there as well.
All right, it's time now to go to the Sandhills, where our military communities are celebrating America's birthday.
Yeah, Monique John live now at Festival Park in downtown Fayetteville. Monique, great night for the fireworks. They're setting them off. How's it all feeling?
Yes, the fireworks show is in full swing. There's so much excitement here. You can see it for yourself. Again, the lights are just driving the crowd crazy out here. And we've got musical performances. The symphony is playing in the back. They've been entertaining the crowds for hours now, playing patriotic classics, but also some novelty songs like Looney Tunes, some rock hits, top 40, even some of my favorite, Pink Floyd. And organizers estimate we have around 8,000 people here on the grounds to celebrate July 4th. The bouncy houses we told you about earlier have been filled with children bouncing their hearts out for hours. And there's lots of food and drinks. I spotted some funnel cake, a crowd favorite, before. And coming up at 11, we'll share some reflections from people in the crowd on what July 4th means to them. Back to you.
And you are in the perfect place to hear some really meaningful reflections on today.
Yeah,
Monique?
absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here. After the break, it's just about time for the main event in Raleigh, the fireworks show at the Lenovo Center, sponsored by our friends at Crossroads Ford of Apex. That's coming up next.
All right.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? No.
Yes.
I would say it most definitely is a sandwich.
Yes. I would say yes. I don't think it's a sandwich. Sorry.
It's a sandwich.
Hot dog's a hot dog.
One meat condiments.
But the bread is connected.
I would say a hot dog is a sandwich only if it has bread. If it doesn't, it's not a sandwich. Then it's just a hot dog.
The ABC11 4th of July fireworks special coverage is sponsored by Crossroads Ford of Apex, wishing you and your families a happy and safe Independence Day.
All right, we are back with a few minutes until the big light show in the sky over Raleigh. Let's take a live look from the sky. We know it's going to look very different and sound different there in about 3 minutes now, but we know down on the ground there are a lot of people.
Absolutely. Look, this looks like a Wolfpack football game tailgating Saturday afternoon. The place is absolutely packed. Families having a great time counting down to the fireworks show in just a couple of minutes.
Look, our friend.
Amber is there ready to go. Amber, how's it all feeling out there?
You know, the energy is so great out here, Steve and Lauren. Everybody is in such a festive mood. It's been a really wonderful event to see how everybody in the community come together. And what a setting for this. I mean, as you said, you can look behind me just to see Carter-Finley Stadium just lit up the way it is, and here at Lenovo Center. I think it really just adds to the energy and the excitement and just the big feeling that you get here, you know, in the city of Raleigh to put on a show. I know a lot of people out here are, you know, hoping that if it stays out here, it'll get even bigger, maybe with music and some of the things that we've seen in years past. But changing venues is not an easy task, but this has been a tremendous turnout to move from Dix Park over here. We had the mayor on earlier, and she just said, looking at their drone video and just from their aerials and from the officers on the ground, they estimate at least 20,000, and that's really just in the vicinity around here that they're seeing folks on the ground. Of course, she said that's probably going to change here in the last few minutes. As everyone knows, the mad rush to come out. It's time for the fireworks coming up at 9:30. So just a tremendous crowd turnout, and the energy is wonderful. It's been families, kids out here, people visiting the area. So it's really a wonderful event for them to just experience a taste of what Raleigh has to offer, the capital city, which, as we know, is so much. And speaking of some of those folks on the ground, our friend Bianca Holman has been talking to a lot of those folks. Some folks lined up super early this morning just to make sure that they made a big day of this, Bianca. I know you've met a lot of characters out there. Oh, look, our friends.
He's taking me out. There goes the cool breeze.
Bianca's getting fanned. All right, Bianca's getting some help from Mr. and Mrs. Wolf, as you can see. They're working hard to keep her cool. They're working to keep her cool. She was talking to some folks out here that got out here at 6 o'clock this morning. 6 o'clock this morning to make sure that they had a spot. We met one church group that came out here all together to set up tailgating and also to make sure that they were out here and just really talking to a lot of folks in the crowd to, you know, spread their gospel as well and just wish America a happy Independence Day. Let's try to go to Bianca again. Oh, I think we've heard our first fireworks. Here we go. Happy 4th.
been watching the spectacular fireworks show over West Raleigh. We're looking live now. The overhead shot there at Carter-Finley Stadium and the Lenovo Center that's been packed with people. Really an amazing 1,500 fireworks shot off there by a company called Pyrotechnico. They're putting so much work putting that together. And our crew here at ABC11 did an amazing job bringing it all to you, from Chopper 11 in the air overhead, Drone 11 overhead, and our crews on the ground as well. Really a spectacular sight there in the capital city.
Barbara Gibbs told us a little bit earlier in the show this is going to be an expensive show, but it was free, especially if you were at home, if you were at Carter-Finley. Don ordered up a great forecast for us. You didn't have to fight any clouds, any rain, or any bad weather, and sort of milder temperatures, not as humid today. We saw some kids running around out there on the ground at Carter-Finley, all smiles and lots of excitement.
It was a great event happening there in the parking lots there around Carter-Finley and the Lenovo Center that are known for great tailgating. So they're made for this kind of thing. Amber is joining us back there at the Lenovo Center. I think you planted some good seeds there just a little bit ago about where this can go in the future, maybe bringing in music and food trucks and creating a big event out of this.
Yeah, Steve and Lauren, that's what everyone out here is saying. What a beautiful backdrop. It looks like quintessential Raleigh, right? With Carter-Finley Stadium and just the fireworks going off right next to it. As you said, those drone shots were spectacular as far as the size and the scope of this. And really, that is the vision for this area with the development that's about to happen here. $1 billion is going to be poured into the development over here, making this the sports and entertainment district. And you see, this is what you can bring to an area, a district, when you have just that. The mayor spoke to us earlier, said there was an estimated at least 20,000 people here before the fireworks got started. That was just from their drone video and the officers on the ground, what they're seeing. The nice thing about this too is the crowd control. When the show is over, the kids next to me that are playing hockey, they just start playing hockey again and wait for all of the cars to, funnel out. And the people who are tailgating, they just go back to their tailgating now and wait for the traffic. So it seems like as far as crowd control goes, it's also a little bit easier maybe on, the infrastructure as well to come and go or take your time with the exit strategy. But I thought it was a spectacular show. There were a couple of oohs and ahs. I don't know if you guys saw when there was some hearts. There were some heart fireworks and a smiley face. A lot of the kids, you could hear them screaming and clapping for those. So those seems to be the big crowd favorites. I want to toss it over to Bianca Holman. She is down in the crowd talking to a lot of the folks out there. What they think of it? And especially the new space, Bianca.
Hey, good evening, Amber. Good evening, everybody at home. So again, the fireworks just ended. We had some excited attendees. We got some of you guys here. Hey, so what was your favorite part of the fireworks?
I like the red and blue and white colors. It was very festive.
Yeah,
I like that part.
Yeah, what about you? What was your favorite?
My favorite part, when it was making the boom sound, it was really loud and
you weren't too scared, were you?
No, I wasn't.
All right, you got to tell me, what was your favorite part of the fireworks?
My favorite part was when there was one firework that exploded into many yellow stars.
Yeah, I like that one too. Did y'all catch the smiley face one? Did y'all see that one?
I think I kind of did.
Yeah, it was like a small little subtle kind of, smiley face out there. But again, the folks are in their cars already and trying to head out. But again, lots of fun. Kids making their own fun of playing hockey over here, playing volleyball. But yeah, everybody's headed in their cars and trying to get out now. But you can just chill out for a second. Back to you guys.
I love that play-by-play with those kids, Bianca. They have great memories of this they're taking home with them. Love the boom sounds. There's nothing like the boom from fireworks when you're right below them.
I know, and the attention to detail. He's like, it was started small and turned into something yellow. Paying really close attention out there,
right.
But it's easy to see when the sky's this dark, so it was perfect backdrop for the kids.
They are good storytellers out there. As we said, it was really just an amazing show there, lighting up the entire city of Raleigh. People from all over the capital city could see that. Really an ideal spot there in West Raleigh where they were shooting them off. 1,500 fireworks into the night sky on this 4th of July, and really, I think, a home run by the city of Raleigh.
I think so too. Let's get perspective for people who are maybe new to the city. We've done it in Dix Park before. Amber, you've been there for many of these, and I know you're in a different location right now. Amber might have a guest with her. Amber, kind of give us perspective.
I do, but did you guys, the fireworks are starting back up.
Oh, well, let's show them.
Okay. If there was a dead, we're going to let's take, I think this is the grand finale. It might have been interrupted, so let's take a look, and we'll check back with you on the other side.
The people at Pyrotechnico who put together this amazing Raleigh fireworks show tonight created a little suspense there. There was that dramatic pause. We thought it was over, but then the finale came back and it was amazing.
And just at the end there, you could hear all the cheers from the ground there. We were showing the drone shot, but you could hear everyone cheering down the ground. What a fantastic show from our seats here, so you know it was more spectacular to see in person.
Absolutely, and I think the City of Raleigh is on the right path with this new venue, this new spot. The parking lots there surrounding Carter-Finley Stadium and Lenovo Center, really the ideal spot for the fireworks show. Families had all the room to move there. They could pack in, and the mayor is estimating 20,000 people were there. I'm sure it'll grow in many different ways in the years ahead.
Among them, we just saw a little baby almost like sleeping through the noise there,
right.
you know? And so it just shows the family friendliness of this event. I was saying to Steve that, you know, you could go take your pickup truck, let the back down, sit there with your family if you want, and you can still see the show from anywhere in the area. So it makes for a very good location.
Absolutely. They had a great picnic set up there. They had the perfect setup. And we're so glad we could bring it to you here from ABC11. We had our crew there in the sky and on the ground, and we were glad you were celebrating the 4th of July with us here at ABC11.
Stay tuned for our Sacred Honor and American Salute 2025, and then we'll see you back here for the news at 11. Good night.